Alright, hello everyone. In today's video, you may be seeing we're back with Slay the Princess. And why are we doing this? Because it got me views last time I did it. I'm joking, that was only part of the reason. Another part of the reason is because I recently just got a new monitor. So I want to try out and see how it works, see how it runs games. And I thought, what better game to run it than one that's just based on visuals? Obviously, the story and everything. But I'm saying I want to see how this monitor runs, and a good way to test it is by playing Slay the Princess. And what I also found out is I actually didn't get all the new endings. There's some new stuff with some of the versions of the princess that I've seen, but I haven't seen everything. So this video, it's probably going to be the last video of the series, unless there's more, because I really like the game. I'm just going to try and see what else there's new, and that's it. It might be a short video, it might be a long video, there might be more parts. I don't know how much I've actually missed, because I do want to find everything in this game. I want to get everything I possibly can. So thank you guys who have been watching consistently, and we'll get into it.
We should help. Now let's think for a second. Let's reevaluate. Should we help her? Well, I do feel bad looking at her. There's no way to get close without being in reach of those claws. We've come this far, but can we trust a creature that until a few short moments ago fully intended to eat us?
Yeah.
What an excellent question with an equally excellent answer. No, you should not help her. She's clearly just waiting for you to drop your guard. And beyond that, you do well to remember that she poses a threat to reality itself.
Okay, so before I get into this further, I have done this one before, but when I recorded it, my footage actually got corrupted, so then I just gave up. So there were going to be plenty more Slay the Princess videos during, like, October when the big update come out, but all my footage at one point got corrupted and it kind of sucked. But I know there's more, at least minor differences that I haven't seen, so I'm going to try and do that this playthrough. It's just going to be short just to show you guys some new stuff and see my reaction to them.
She is stuck, and you abandoned a perfectly usable weapon right behind you. How about you turn around, get the blade, and end this once and for all?
So what if I went down there with the blade? I'm going to approach her.
What are you doing? We could all just turn around and be done. What's your game?
I'm not playing any game.
You and I both know there's no game. He's made a bad choice. As you draw near, she readies her claws, raising them to strike. Don't flinch. Show her our resolve.
Okay. Yeah, flinching doesn't really
Reach forward, offering
give you a
the
cool
princess your hand. How ridiculous. She was about to kill you. Do you really think getting stuck in a tunnel for less than a minute has fundamentally changed her?
Yes.
Yes, she's a victim of her own nature, just like we are. If all she wanted was to kill us, she'd have kept trying. But she's hesitating, isn't she?
Obviously.
Yes, she is. Her eyes shift from faux ferocity to confusion to a gentle sadness.
I like how he gets mad
She lowers her
even when the
claw
princess
and places it
actually
in your hand.
is being nice.
Ugh.
It's like,
Do
yeah, I
you think
understand
we
he
can
thinks we're
pull her out
making a
of it?
mistake, but he's not like, oh, she's actually being nice instead of killing us.
We have to try. It's a bad death being stuck in place. And what if it doesn't work? What if we can't trust her?
She could kill it. She could
We
kill
have
us
to
right
trust
now.
someone else eventually.
And
It's
this
either him
music,
or her. And I know you don't trust him.
the music is really good in this ending.
I don't even trust the rest of you. But that doesn't mean we have to go around pulling bloodthirsty
What? You don't
monsters out
trust
of
me?
perfectly good traps. But we haven't seen what happens if we help her. Doesn't that mean it's worth exploring?
Yup.
I can't argue with that. Alright, let's see what happens. Maybe we'll finally get some answers.
Hopefully.
You tug, but the princess remains stuck. What a shame that the bones of her massive form are too large to fit through the narrow tunnel.
We're
Keep
fine.
pulling. All he has are empty words. He can't undermine us if we don't listen. You are all infuriating to work with. But fine, you continue to pull on the princess's arm and she starts to budge. She pushes with her back legs, clawing at the earth, a burst of strength aiding your efforts. The dirt and stone start to crumble around her. That's the spirit. Keep going. Yes, quickly, before the whole tunnel comes down on top of us.
Yeah, this one's really cool.
Wouldn't that be an interesting development? What if the very nature of this tunnel was such that you were incapable of leaving safely with the princess? How devious.
God, the narrator could sound like such a dick.
Does it collapse?
Especially, like,
Yes,
anytime we
it
help her.
does. As you pull the princess free, the tunnel around you does exactly what you thought it might do. It falls apart. Trapped. No, we have to get out. We have to get out. It's too late to scramble for freedom now, little voice. You didn't think just pulling her out of there would be consequence-free, did you? Well, the ceiling collapses. Heavy stones tumbling down on top of you and the princess, and I don't believe it. Let me guess. Everything goes dark, and we die.
I really like this part.
Not yet. You open your eyes to see the princess, her body stretched over yours, her face wincing as she shields you from the heavy rocks and debris. There is space enough for you to move, at least for now. I'll be damned. So there's more to her after all.
But sorry, my hair is getting in the way. But yeah, this is really cool. The fact that she's actually helping.
The pack is always stronger than the lone hunter. We save her,
yeah.
She saves us. She understands.
I agree with that. The fact that we helped her,
each other forever.
It made her want to help us.
To give out, and there's a whole mountain of earth on top of her, just waiting to bury you both.
Well, I'll
help always dig, both of us. It beats suffocating to death down here in the dark.
I think all of the new endings from the pristine cut are all like really good. All of them are amazing.
Then let's do it.
Obviously, my personal favorite either is the dragon, like the princess and the dragon, or the happily ever after. Both of those are really good. Not sure which one I'd pick between those two. I might make a video showing my favorite ending.
The loose earth of the collapsed tunnel together. How sweet. But it seems the harder you try to claw your way forward, the denser the path becomes. All of this effort, and for what? A chance to end the world? I hope you fail.
You're so mean.
His words are nothing. Pay attention to what you feel and see.
Okay, oops. Also, I was going to say, with my face cam, please let me know in the comment if you guys think I should change it. Make it bigger, smaller. Right now I just made it a little smaller. Because some of the dialogue is going to be covered. Maybe I can put it top right. Let me know for future games, future playthroughs. Maybe depending on the game, I'll put it in different spots. But let me know where you guys think is the best spot for my face cam. And sometimes my face cam glitches out. So if there's any good face cam you guys know what to buy, let me know. And I might get that for future playthroughs.
It doesn't matter if you ignore me, because I'm just telling you what's happening. And what's happening is that you and the princess are getting tired, and your mouths are full of dirt, and it's getting harder to breathe. Harder to breathe is still breathing.
Exactly.
Well, either way, the two of you are miserable.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I feel like we're forming a bond with her. Can't be all that bad if we're bonding. She's not capable of bonding. Need I remind you that as soon as she saw you, she tried to eat you? You are not friends, and as soon as you're out, you'll see just how seriously she values your life. If you were so sure we were going to fail, you wouldn't sound so desperate. You're just hot air. There's nothing of substance to you at all,
I also
is there?
really like the fact that depending on the paths you choose, you get to know more about the narrator before even figuring out what he actually is.
Substance. I have feelings and desires. Like my desire to save everyone in the world. I feel that very strongly. Do you smell it? Fresh air.
while you're waiting for
With
freedom.
one final massive heave of her body, the princess pushes her way out of the tunnel, leaving you behind, the quickly collapsing space you once shared.
I wonder if there's a way to
Yours was
actually,
an alliance of
spoiler alert,
convenience, just
make
as I
her
predicted.
leave you
She's
behind.
left you to die, buried and alone.
Because she does come
You
back.
are unbelievably petty. Oh, my pettiness is nothing compared to yours. You were delighting in my suffering and the damnation of the entire world just moments ago. She hasn't left. She's coming back. Don't you hear her? No, she isn't. She's... How many times do you have to be wrong before you stop talking?
Exactly.
The princess stares down at you from the opening. Before the tunnel can finish sealing itself, she cranes her elongated neck and gently plucks you from the earth. She carries you across the half-collapsed ruin that was a cabin, carefully setting you down by the door.
Hey.
If there were to be a record, let it show that I tried. I really, really tried. But then...
Oops, I accidentally skipped. Open to the doors and step into the wilds.
You open the door, the two of you stepping out into the fresh air and collapsing together onto the dewy grass of the outside world.
So he actually does disappear now.
Ha!
I
We're
wish there was an
outside and there's
ending.
ground beneath our feet.
I'll wait for him to speak.
I don't see any oblivion. Admit it. There never was an end of the world coming, was there?
I wish there was an ending if you leave with the princess in like each possible way. Like if you leave the cabin, then maybe when you get to the actual final one, obviously you could talk, keep talking and like question her judgment, and then you could leave with the princess. But I wish there was like a way where you could make the actual like entity, the big princess, whatever her name is, realize that some of the stuff she was thinking is wrong. Like
Yeah,
maybe
we got him
become
there,
more
didn't we?
human.
I don't think I've ever seen him stunned into silence before. Can't you feel the hole where he was? He's gone. Can't see that. I'm not sure gone is good.
Well, he's gonna be gone anyways. Rest your head close to your eyes, stare into your ears, admit the untextured threads of a world unraveled. Are we free, they ask? I'm cold. I don't want to be cold. Alright, so I realized I've never actually finished this one. I've done it before where I offered her my hand, but I never tried to flinch and see what happens.
Bad. This is a bad thing to do.
I'm flinching.
Against the wise protestations of the little voice in your head, you flinch. The princess's claws rake across your body, tearing you open.
I'm fine.
You fall forward, and she hooks you with her paw, dragging you towards her. You start to grow cold. She prods you in an almost sorrowful confusion, hoping for some reaction. But there is no reaction for her to find. Your body is irreparably broken.
Damn.
I don't think she wanted to hurt us. And yet she did.
Probably not.
Intent matters less than facts. Her sorrow doesn't last, and when it's gone, she
Damn.
begins to feast. Pray again. It's all just a circle, and it never ends.
That was cool.
Hurts. We should help. Now let's think for a second. Well, there's what an excellent she.
Turn back for the blade. I haven't tried this either.
You turn back towards the exit, leaving her behind. The tense silence of the tunnel is suddenly interrupted by the panicked, guttural wails of a creature in distress. She has redoubled her struggle against the confines of the earth around her, the very walls shaking as she desperately thrashes against them.
That is crazy.
She is stuck here, right?
Probably.
Of course, it's too small for her to get up here. But is up here stable? I don't know. I didn't think about that when I started to plan all this. It isn't. It's only dirt and stone, and she is very, very big. Hurry!
Okay.
You do your best to scramble up towards the exit, but you barely manage to get halfway before the ground beneath you begins to crumble. And she is getting closer, her breath hot on the back of your neck.
Damn, this is different too.
Damn it all. This whole thing is just an exercise in futility, isn't it? No words,
Yup.
only action. Keep running.
Okay.
The tunnel collapses before either you or the princess manage to reach the exit. Everything goes dark and we die?
Actually,
Oh no, you're perfectly fine. You're just buried under literal tons of earth, as is the princess. Why, for the love of everything, did I not think about the stability of the tunnels? I'm supposed to be smarter than this. I'm supposed to have a plan for everything.
Because plot.
This is all my fault. I was the one who started worrying about this place falling apart. And what, you think worrying made the tunnel collapse?
Maybe, knowing
I don't know.
this
Maybe.
game.
It was physics. You can't change things just by thinking about them. That's ridiculous.
No, it's not.
Bickering and bickering doesn't matter, because now we're here, stuck in a dark place. Not a place to move, not even room to dig.
I mean, everything is dark. How did we know how big this place is?
Something shifts in the
What?
gloom around you. An eye opens. The wet glint of it pierces the darkness, its pupil focused on you. The princess. At least she's as stuck as you are. Not that it'll do much good in the end. Stuck is still alive. But it's not alive forever. I can smell the end all around us. Sweet and empty.
Fine.
This is where we die. I'm going to lie down now.
Jeez.
The
Sounds
eye
so
stares
depressed.
at you with resignation, a glimmer of regret. Are we going to be here forever? Is this my fault?
No, it's pretty much my fault. Come on, you have to give us something, just a little wiggle room. Struggle to free yourself. We can't both be stuck here. This can't be how it ends. You must be able to free us. Free us. This is both of our faults. I'm sorry. This is my fault. I should have done things differently. I'm sorry. Yes, this is your fault. This isn't anybody's fault. I know whose fault this is, and it isn't ours. Ooh. Yes, no. This is my fault.
A tear clouds the eye. It's okay. It isn't. If this is the end, don't reconcile with this creature. Revile her. This is her fault. She did this.
No, I tried to
We
kill
all
her
know where this is
multiple
going,
times.
so get on with it. All right, I'll go into extra
Yay.
detail, just for you. The weight of the world you have destroyed rests on your chest. It both crushes and cradles you, holding your lungs in a stasis where you can never take in quite enough breath for comfort. Your limbs ache, muscles screaming in their locked positions, one arm slowly growing numb as your blood struggles to reach it.
We're fine.
There is dirt in your eyes. They fill with tears. Okay, I think that's enough. We get the picture. Skip to the everything goes dark part, please.
Oh, well.
No, not quite yet. I haven't even gotten to the starvation. Or the thirst.
Okay.
That gnawing that starts as a nibble. A little reminder that despite it all, you're still alive.
Why do you have to be so
You
mean?
can see that she too feels herself being eaten from the inside. Her gaze never leaves you. Any semblance of thought has vanished, replaced with a desire for the only thing that can sate her hunger.
Which is?
You can feel a strain as your parched mouth attempts and fails to water. But even with a dry tongue, your hunger is such that you can't help but think about what her flesh might taste like.
Which is?
Don't think I'll forget how
How
much
does it
you're
taste like?
enjoying this, you sick bastard.
Yeah, he is annoying.
Don't worry, the end is close. Your mind grows cloudy as your blood slows, your chest trying to suck in enough oxygen to feed your starved muscles, your bruised ribs doing little more than bumping up against hard, packed dirt. You aren't even sure you have limbs anymore, and whether the vacant ache where they once were is just the memory of limbs. Any second, you might breathe in one last, shallow earth. Well, are we almost done yet? He's gone. And we're somewhere new. Is this what happens when we really die?
We've really died a lot of times. Neither you nor the princess ever draw that final breath because neither of you dies here. As the world around you unwinds, she places her head at your feet. I'm cold, say her eyes. I don't want to be cold. She just turned into a furry. I mean, she's been a furry this whole time with the beast. Alright, so
You're
I
on a
think
path
that's.
in the
Let me
woods.
quickly pause. Alright, I think that's everything for this episode. If you guys are still curious, I know this update has been out for a while, so I understand if you guys aren't interested in it anymore. I wish I did more earlier, but after my footage got corrupted, I kind of gave up. But if you guys are interested, please let me know. I do want to still do more Slay the Princess content because I really enjoyed it. I don't know what else I can do with it. Obviously, I've played most of the game and you can only play the same game so much, but I have some ideas that I want to do with it. So if you guys have any other suggestions, please let me know in the comments and I will try it out. Thank you for watching, and that's it.